to get authentic NFL gear this holiday. NFLshop.com.
The NFL Today on CBS Sports is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
And welcome back to the NFL Today. Right now, the Colts and Vikings are getting set for their matchup. And as we approach kickoff, let's send you out live to Minneapolis with our announcers, Kevin Harlan and Rich Gannon. Gentlemen.
Outside, it is -11. With the wind chill, it feels like it's -23. Luckily, we are inside with two desperate teams, the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings, both on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. But for the Vikings, there is a Santa Claus, and he hails from Palestine, Texas. Running back Adrian Peterson returns from week 2 knee surgery. And the Vikings need him. One of 9 NFC teams, 7-6 or better. The Colts can be eliminated with a loss today and a Houston or Tennessee win. All serving as our backdrop from the upper Midwest. And happy holidays, everyone, with NFL MVP Rich Gannon, Kevin Harlan. Welcome to downtown Minneapolis. Obviously, Rich, this is a vital game for both these teams.
Kevin, obviously a must-win situation for both teams. Neither team controls their own destiny, and the bottom line is both must win and get some help along the way.
How about the Adrian Peterson story, Rich? He's 3 months away from knee surgery, and back he is.
This is really a shot in the arm for a Viking rushing attack that has really struggled this season. I mean, you look at the numbers, they aren't good, but there aren't a lot of backs in the game when you combine the power, the strength, and the speed that he has. And I think you begin to run out of superlatives when you try and describe Adrian Peterson and his running style. He'll punish tacklers, and he won't go down easily. And that's really good news for quarterback Sam Bradford, who's had, I think, a great season, especially without a running game. I mean, you look at his numbers, he's been solid. He's completing a league-high 71% of his passes. He's only thrown 3 interceptions. He's a very smart quarterback who's extremely accurate from the pocket.
Rich, on the other side of the football, the Viking defense, arguably as good as there is in the NFL.
They've really carried this football team, Kevin, most of the season, and they've got the numbers to prove it when you look across the board. They're number 1 in scoring defense, giving up a little over 17 points a game, 2nd in total defense, 3rd against the pass, and they're 3rd in sacks with 35, including 30 from their defensive line. They do a great job of getting after the quarterbacks, especially off the edge. You look at Danielle Hunter, who leads a team with 10.5 sacks. He's got that great combination of speed and quickness to beat tackles around the edge. And then on the other side of it, you look at Everson Griffin. He's not far behind with 9 sacks. He's a little bit more power. Watch what he does to the left tackle. He's just going to walk the left tackle right back into the lap of Blake Bortles. These are 2 very good edge rushers for the Vikings.
All right, now let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts. With a devastating loss last week at home to the Houston Texans, their quarterback, Andrew Luck, took a beating once again. Rich, drop back a bit here and give us some perspective. Where are the Colts?
Kevin, I'm not interested in dropping back behind this offensive line. I mean, I'm really seriously concerned about the health and safety of Andrew Luck. I mean, it's a problem right now. When you consider in 68 starts, he's had 34 different offensive line combinations in front of him. I mean, that's insane. And today he's playing with 3 rookies, including right tackle LaRaven Clark, who's making his first career start. Now, as you can imagine, the direct result of all that instability has been the fact that Luck has been sacked 152 times, and he's taken well over 400 hits. That's a problem. As tough as this guy is, the hits, the hurries, the knockdown, and the sacks begin to take their toll on a quarterback like Luck.
All this sets up the Home Depot tools for success.
Well, when Andrew Luck's looking for a big play, he usually looks in the direction of T.Y. Hilton, who leads the team with 78 catches for over 1,200 yards. He can score from anywhere on the field. And for the Vikings, it's Stephon Diggs, who also has 78 catches. He is a vertical threat that can take the top off of any defense. And now for the keys for the Colts, they need to score or set up a score on defense or with their special teams. And for the Vikings, they desperately need more balance on offense. Adrian Peterson may be just what the doctor ordered for this Vikings rushing attack.
The Colts and Vikings are part of a very busy Week 15 in the NFL, and we return to Minneapolis after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
2 hostage takers, 14 hostages. What do we do now? Get your son back.
Undercover Boss is back. Season premieres CBS Wednesday.
Save that $1 tip you were going to give your barista. Then come to Arby's from 2 to 5 and get sliders, cookies, small-sized fries, drinks, and shakes for $1 each. Arby's, we have the meats.
Your keys to your new RAV4. Going somewhere fun?
I think I might go visit my brother.
I'll be home for Christmas.
Life is better when we celebrate together. Now during Toyotathon, get 0.9% financing for 6 years, plus $500 bonus cash on a 2017 RAV4. Or lease one with zero due at signing for $255 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
You were the first to celebrate before the game.
We call this tailgating.
You were the first to dress comfortably on Friday.
Fred, you look so casual.
You were the first to take advantage of a cellular phone.
Still at the office, hard at work.
And now you can be one of the first to save with Riverlink all-electronic tolling. Sign up now to get the lowest rates when tolling starts on the new bridges. Order your money-saving transponder today.
There's a lot to cheer about during the Holiday Red Tag event at John Jones Auto Group. Like a 2017 Chevy Silverado 1500 LT Crew Cab for only $37,999. Save over $9,000. Or get 0% APR for 72 months on select 2016 Buick Encores in stock. Save for Christmas. And where else but John Jones? More vehicles, more ways to save. You can see why people keep coming back for more. John Jones Auto Group. You see so many because they paid so little.
At Thornton's, we believe busy folks like you should be able to get real food from a real kitchen, even when you're on the go. So now we have real kitchens with real cooks making real food right in our stores. Hand-rolled breakfast burritos, freshly made pizza sticks, soft, salty pretzels, a whole menu of delicious food that's good to go and great to eat. Stop in today and see just how good real can taste.
Real kitchen, real food, it's Thornton's.
They were they were like family. I couldn't ask for better help than I did get from Becker Law.
Serious, experienced, results. Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
Wake up with Matt Milosevic tomorrow on WLKY Morning News.
From the Twin Cities, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today it's the Indianapolis Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish where available using the SAP button on your television.
Presenting the Subway Fresh Buns. Served to you by Subway Restaurants. Taking see-ball, get-ball to heart last week, Giants defensive backs Leon Hall and Janoris Jenkins each had an interception, with Devon Kennard and Romeo Okwara notching 2 of the team's 3 sacks. The Giants remain the only team to beat Dallas this year and improve their standing in the NFC playoff race.
How do you stay fresh in a world where tastes and priorities are always changing? If you're Subway, you start by removing the artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors from your food. Support hundreds of growers, including many family-run farms. Serve customers 390 million pounds of fresh veggies. Offer packaging that's better for the planet, and use your size and resources to create healthy change around the world. Because the best way to stay fresh is to never get stale.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Baby, it's cold out. It's really cold out. Baby, it's cold outside.
Last year inside this beautiful brand new stadium, Rich, a year ago, we would have been outside.
I am thankful, Kevin, for the assignment. I know that. It is very comfortable inside. We're talking about it on the way over here today. It's not safe outside.
Well, the Vikings won the toss. They've elected to take the second half kickoff, so they defer, and the Colts will receive with a look at Adrian Peterson with a brace on the knee. Jordan Todman, along with Josh Ferguson, are back for the Colts. And to kick off for the Vikes, Kai Forbath. And away we go. Indianapolis in Minneapolis against the Minnesota Vikings. Todman will bring it out, a former Viking. And he is hauled down on the play by Robinson. Edmund Robinson, 26-yard return. This takes us to quarterback Andrew Luck, a three-time Pro Bowl quarterback, and Rich having the best season of his career.
Yeah, he's really played well despite a lack of protection. I mean, he has by far the most disruptive throws of any quarterback in the league this season. The thing I like about him, Kevin, his eyes are always downfield. His last read is the pass rush.
Vikings open up in base, 1st and 10. This is Gore with the Doyle block and a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Linval Joseph. They're going to give him a gain of a yard out to the 26-yard line. Running over the left side, that's Costanzo. It's the right side of concern. LaRaven Clark, first NFL start. He is a rookie. In fact, 3 rookies, the center, the right guard, and the right tackle. A lot on the plate of Luck. And there is the great Frank Gore, the number 8 all-time leading rusher in the National Football League. In fact, we've got 2 future Hall of Famers in this one, Gore and Peterson. 2nd down and 9. Gore finds a gap and finally brought down by Anthony Harris in the secondary, close to a 1st down. He has taken the place of Harrison Smith. What a defense for the Minnesota Vikings. Griffin is on the line, 8 sacks, but he, Joseph, and Daniil Hunter come off the bench. Just terrific. There's Anthony Barr. He has got a couple sacks. And in the secondary, as we mentioned, it's Anthony Harris taking the place of the inactive Harrison Smith, the leading tackler for the Vikings, an ankle injury, missing today. 3rd and 1. And they go right ahead with Gore. Stopped in the secondary, hit by Harris with his 2nd tackle. It's a gain of 4 and a 1st down to the 37-yard line of Indy.
When's the last time the Colts started a game, Kevin, with 3 straight runs? You know, you mentioned all the changes up front. They've got 3 rookies playing on that right side. They're going to have to help them. I think you do that by leaning on the run game a little bit more.
This is a top-scoring defense for Chuck Pagano now in his 5th season for Indy. Number 10 in the NFL. 1st and 10. Luck, Gore, Greenway tries to bring him down and does. Long-time Minnesota Viking allowing no gain in the play. They stay at the 37.
I really like Chad Greenway. Enjoyed our conversation with him on Friday. You know, he talked a little bit about Mike Zimmer's philosophy on defense. I mean, it's all about stopping the run and getting after the quarterback, and they do that as well as any team in the league, Kevin. You look at their defensive line, 30 sacks already this season.
Last week they got Blake Bortles 4 times in Jacksonville. 2nd down 10. With a handoff right here, not a whole lot of space to run. And he's out to the 39-yard line with the gain of 2 on the play.
Well, you look at the scouting report, obviously the strength of this offense is the play of Andrew Luck. He's been steady behind a very inexperienced offensive line that's had way too many changes. You look at the Vikings, their defense, their pass rush, Kevin, going back to the days of the Purple People Eaters, these guys can still get after the passer. If there's a weakness right now, it's probably their run defense. 16th in rushing, they give up a little over 100 yards a game on the ground.
4 in the secondary. Turbin, who carried the last time, remains 3rd and 8. Luck, and he's got his crossing receiver right there. T.Y. Hilton by midfield, brought down in the play by Munnerlyn. Pick up a 12 on 3rd and 8. It's a Colts 1st down.
Well, this is the matchup they want. Moving around their best receiver, T.Y. Hilton, getting him inside on the Vikings' 3rd best cover corner, and that's Captain Munnerlyn. Munnerlyn's better. He's a physical corner. He struggles a little bit with guys that have speed and quickness. I anticipate seeing a little bit more of T.Y. Hilton in the slot today against this Vikings secondary.
Hilton comes in number 2 in receiving yards in the National Football League. He has now 79 catches on the year. They'll take a breather, 1st and 10. Luck, here comes Robinson. Held off, it's Jack Doyle, the tight end, down to the 37-yard line. Hit by Harris, whacked in the play by the linebacker Kendricks, a pickup of 12, down to the 38 of Minnesota.
Well, we know Andrew Luck likes to utilize the tight ends in the offense. It's directly in his vision, and I always say you throw the ball to the tight ends. It's the quickest route to the end zone, right down the middle of the field. Doyle has been reliable and steady this season for the Colts.
No Dante Moncrief today, out with a hamstring. 1st and 10. Gore is in. Opening drive of the game. This is Frank Gore, the former San Francisco running back for 10 years, and no gain on the play. Hit by a couple on the play, including Robinson, and initially it was Linval Joseph.
Well, if you keep an eye on 1st and 10 is a very high percentage. You study this defense of safety blitz. You see Anthony Harris, he's creeping down there. They're not going to let the Colts run the football on the early downs. If they have to commit an extra safety down around the line of scrimmage, they will do that.
Rich, the volume probably changes for this young offensive line for the Colts, correct?
No question, Kevin, and they have to be very protection conscious with this right side.
2nd down and 10, 9th play of the drive. They try to hold him off, going deep and looking for Hilton, who is stride for stride. In the secondary, Xavier Rhodes, a guy that you like a lot. It's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10.
Well, Xavier Rhodes, Kevin, he's a terrific corner. He's got the long arms that you like. This is a good matchup because T.Y. Hilton has the speed and the quickness to get up and really close that cushion on those corners. But the Colts like to take shots down the field, and when they do, it's usually in the direction of T.Y. Hilton.
Still just 4 in the secondary for Minnesota, 3rd down and 10. The Colts have converted 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 8 on this drive. Turbinen will offer the block. Time for Luck. Needs the 28. And he may have slid too early, Rich. He slides at the 32-yard shy of the 1st. But they do get 8, and they do get into field goal range on their first possession.
Well, the Vikings can't let Luck out of the pocket. This defense has been hurt by quarterbacks who run with the football the last couple weeks. He's going to be short. He's down right where that thigh and leg first touch the ground. It's not where he winds up. It's where he initially goes down and gives himself up.
Lemur made sure that he was down. Here is a 48-yard field goal try by future Hall of Famer Adam Vinatieri, the most accurate field goal kicker since 2014. A 48-yard try to put the Colts on top, and he does with about 9 to play in the first. 8th time this season, Luck and the Colts have gotten points on their opening drive. 9:01 first quarter.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
Here's something to get stuck on this holiday season. Switch to Cricket Wireless and get the Samsung Galaxy AM2 for free. Plus, plans now start at $30 a month. Just a little holiday cheer from the merrier carrier. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
At Zales, we believe the world needs more love that lasts. Love that grows. Love that's worth waiting for. Love that answers the kind of questions your smartphone cannot. That's a diamond kind of love. It inspires everything we do at Zales. It's why we set each diamond in our Endless Brilliance collection to sparkle from every angle as a statement worthy of your lifetime of love. Zales, the diamond store.
Love smart solutions? Try the Philips Norelco Shaver 5000. Re-engineered to follow the contours of your face. It's twice as comfortable as our top-selling shaver. Be your best you. Innovation and you. Philips Norelco. Save up to $50 on Philips Norelco.
I got something in motion. Something you can't see. This music is my healing. This music is my healing.
Rich, watch Andrew Luck on that drive, hitting for 12, and he got Doyle for 11. They get the 48-yard field goal by Adam Vinatieri.
When they came out, Kevin, they ran the football, and that's what they have to do. They have to stay committed to running the football against this Vikings front seven.
And McAfee will kick off to the #1 kickoff return man in the NFL, Cordero Patterson. He'll leave it in the end zone and out to the 25-yard line with the 1st and 10 for the Vikings. And here comes Adrian Peterson.
Well, Kevin, he's missed the last 11 games, so I think the Vikings have to be strategic in terms of how they utilize him today. I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out and fake the ball to him on 1st and 10 and throw a shot down the field, because you know the Colts are going to commit extra defenders to the line of scrimmage. They don't want AP to get started here today.
He returned to practice this week. He's open to play for Green Bay at the Green Bay game on Christmas Eve after surgery on September 22nd. He comes back a little bit early. Bradford under center, 1st and 10.
120.
With Thielen in motion, it's Peterson. Wearing the brace on the right knee, grabbed on the play, hit by a ton, including Antonio Morrison, the rookie, on a gain of 2 up to the 27-yard line.
Well,
David Perry got him too.
Excuse me, Kevin. He had the lateral meniscus surgery September 22nd. He's wearing that very light titanium brace on his right knee. Running backs hate wearing the brace, but I think it makes sense when you consider just how soon he's decided to play since that surgery.
Bradford with a 2nd down and 8. Outside they go to Peterson. And he was hit by Darius Butler and picks up a meager yard up to about the 27-yard line on the play for Adrian Peterson, a former MVP, a 4-time rushing champion in the NFL.
And remember, Kevin, when he was playing early in the season, Norv Turner was calling plays. And now you have a new play caller and Pat Shermer. Some things have changed, some of the verbiage and terminology. So I think they have to be smart, strategically smart with how they decide to utilize AP today against the Colts.
Asiata is the running back, 3rd and 7.
Hey, Loco! 120.
5 in the secondary for the Colts. And underneath they go. Rudolph makes the grab, and catching him, the rookie T.J. Green. Playing with the bad ankle, only a gain of 2. Shy of the 1st down, a punting situation. 3 and out for Bradford in the Viking offense.
Well, good start for the Colts on defense. Interested to see, Kevin, how the Vikings would decide to start the game with Adrian Peterson. Got a very warm reception, but we're going to have to see what he's like on that knee that was surgically repaired September 22nd.
Jeff Locke, little hesitation there. He's having the best season of his career. Deep back is Chester Rogers on a bounce, and he finds a little bit of space. Coming on the side, looking for a block. He got it from Tubman and taken down by the punter himself. Jeff Locke, a return of 30 on a 52-yard punt. 3-0 Colts, 7:19 first.
Abracadabra. Alakazam. Hocus pocus. It's not working.
Okay, Google, what's the magic word?
The magic word is please.
Introducing the Distractible Course, built to test Honda Sensing. An available suite of safety and driver assistive technologies that stays focused on the road. It can tell you about things you might not see, and even help stop you from hitting them. It can also let you know when you drift out of a detected lane and adjust the steering to assist you back on track. Honda Sensing, just another innovative way Honda is looking out for you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about. And by Crest. Healthy, beautiful smiles for life.
The Colts took their opening kickoff, marched down to a 48-yard field goal, 3 and out for the Vikings. Second possession for Indy from their 48. After a 30-yard punt return by rookie Chester Rogers. 1st and 10. Quick throw, Gore outside. He'll dance a bit right there with that's about as old as him. That's Terrence Newman. No gain on the play. Rich, let me ask you about the words coming out of that Colt locker room last week after that tough loss against Houston.
Well, Kevin, I think the players were not only disappointed, but I think they were embarrassed by their home loss last week. Really in a must-win situation against the divisional team, the Houston Texans. T.Y. Hilton came out and said we laid down in the home loss. Robert Mathis, another one of the leaders on the defensive side of the ball, said we're not the strongest team mentally right now. So I think this team will come out and respond to some of the criticism they heard last week from their fans.
2nd down and 10. Vikes were in the nickel, and by midfield goes Gore. Hit on the play by Joseph on a gain of 2 for Indy.
Well, the Colts have to be smart, Kevin. We talked about the challenges that they have and the changes that they've had up front with their offensive line. This is a very good Vikings defense. They have to be able to run the football with Frank Gore and be able to get the ball out quick. The short and intermediate game, that's really what you're going to see from Andrew Luck today. I think for the Vikings, they have to be able to tackle the quick game. You know, Luck's not going to hold the ball for very long behind that injured offensive line.
And again, the Colts are missing 3 of their top 6 offensive linemen today. 3rd and 7. Turbin is in. A block by Clark. Here comes Luck. Downfield, he's got Hilton. And he's got the first down, brought down by Harris inside the 20 to the 17 of Minnesota. Hilton downfield, another big catch, 31-yard pickup, 1st down Colts.
Well, watch what happens to the right tackle. He's going to get walked right, Clark. He gets walked right into the back of Andrew Luck by Hunter, but it's Luck's mobility, his escapability, his ability to keep his eyes down the field and find a wide open T.Y. Hilton. That's a tough assignment, Kevin, for Anthony Harris. Got to cover all day with a mobile quarterback like Luck.
Again, normally they'd have Harris and Smith back there, but he's out. 1st and 10. Alexander's come in the secondary with a quick handoff here to Gore, who plies his way down to about the 14-yard line. Rich on a gain of 4.
You know, I thought it was interesting when we sat down with Frank Gore last night, Kevin. He talked about the challenges that he has as a running back playing behind an offensive line where there's been so much changes. You don't have that chemistry with the offensive line. He said the thing that he can't do as well as anticipate. You know, he doesn't see that. You don't see it as cleanly when you have different combinations up front that haven't had the communication or time to work together.
2nd down 6. This is Todman, who's brought down in the play by Anthony Harris. Todman with a gain of 4. Like we said, spent a season with the Vikings back in 2012. Hit by Carr. Tackled right there to the 10.
And they have to find some creative ways to manufacture some yards on the ground. You can't just keep handing the ball to Frank Gore.
How about the ball control right there by the Colts early on?
Well, the tempo's been terrific, Kevin. They're getting in and out of the huddle. They're challenging this Vikings defense.
3rd and 2. And throws a dart down to Chester Rogers. The tackle made by Rhodes. He gets to the 2, pickup of 8. 1st and goal to go, Indianapolis.
Kevin, you mentioned the injury to Dante Moncrief. Other players are going to have to step up. As we talked with Luck last night, he said one of those players is going to be Chester Rogers. Just runs a little angle route. I thought it was interesting that Luck said last night, he said, I think we're going to surprise some people with the play of our offensive line. He was pretty confident with the way these 5 young guys would play up front.
Gore in, 1st and goal. It's Gore. The fake and outside, the drop. Did he get in? It was Allen. Incomplete is what they call it right now. And there's a look at Dwayne Allen, who had 3 touchdown receptions a couple weeks ago, Monday night in the Meadowlands against the Jets.
The question is, does he actually have possession? This happened so quickly. Yeah, I don't know that he does. I think as he's kind of grasping for the ball, Anthony Harris comes in there and smartly strips it out.
It was ruled incomplete on the field. No challenge flag has come from the Indy sideline. 8th play of the drive, 2nd down goal. Luck low and uncatchable for Hilton.
Boy, that's a throw, Kevin, that Andrew Luck rarely misses. He's got a wide open T.Y. Hilton on a little Omaha route, a quick out against Xavier Rhodes. He's got him if he just hits him. Well, you can't miss that throw in that part of the field.
As we said, Luck is having a career best 63% completion mark. But coming off his 2nd lowest rated game of 2016. Didn't practice on Wednesday because of a right shoulder issue. 3rd and goal at the 3 on the Colts' 2nd possession. Luck incomplete. Looking for Hilton. No yellow on the field. Munnerlyn was there among many for the Vikings in the secondary.
Well, that's the matchup they want. Munnerlyn, T.Y. Hilton on Munnerlyn. I think it's pretty good coverage by the slot corner.
So, Rich, the Colts had it 1st and goal at the 3, and they throw it 3 straight times.
We was talking about it, Kevin. Good red zone teams have the ability to run the ball in that part of the field.
So here they go on Adam Vinatieri once again. He'll try a 21-yard field goal. He'll turn 44 in a couple weeks. He nails that one. Flag on the play with the field goal good and 3:02 to play in the 1st. I think it's on the Vikings.
Well, that's going to be you got Linval Joseph, I think, jumps over the center.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, leverage, defense, number 98. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
What a gigantic penalty against the Vikings.
Well, look at Linval Joseph. What he tries to do is he tries to jump over the center, and he actually makes contact with him. That is a penalty. We saw Shane McClellan of the New England Patriots last week, Kevin. He timed it up and he jumped over the center, but he didn't touch him. If you make contact with a defenseless player in that situation, it is a penalty, and a costly one at that.
So the Colts, who threw 3 straight times from here before, have brought in a defensive lineman. David Perry is the fullback for Gore. 1st and goal. Blocked by Perry. Gore tries to carve his way in, and they say he is short. 2nd down and goal. Joseph there at the bottom of the pile. Griffin getting up 2, and Gore could not wiggle in.
Well, Everson Griffin made a terrific play. He sheds the blocker, and he's the one that creates the penetration that stops Gore in the hole.
The Colts have taken out their defensive lineman. This would be the fullback.
This would be a bad spot, Kevin, for Andrew Luck. I mean, you only need a foot here for Andrew Luck. Just keep it himself.
Turbin is in. He gets the call on 2nd down and goal and pushes it through, and the Colts have scored a touchdown on a 1-yard touchdown run by Robert Turbin. All set up on a 30-yard punt return by Rodgers. And the penalty called on Linval Joseph on jumping over the center.
Well, just good movement at the point of attack. Look at Kelly, the center. Does a terrific job creating a hole on the backside for Robert Turbin.
Now Vinatieri will try the extra point. And it's 10-0 Colts, who have made a very loud and distinct noise here in the Twin Cities. 2:22 to play in the 1st.
Viagra single packs. So guys with ED can take Viagra when they need it.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempus for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
Crest Complete presents Sugar Shield. Sugar is everywhere. And Crest Complete has a sugar shield to protect teeth from sugar found in everyday foods. Crest Complete, shield your teeth from sugar.
So sugar may visit, but it's not sticking around.
My hygienist told me to try a mouthwash, so I tried Crest. It does so much more than give me fresh breath.
Crest Pro Health Mouthwash provides all of these benefits to help you get better dental checkups. Go Pro with Crest Pro Health Mouthwash.
Checkup? Nailed it.
Hi, I'm Paul, and I used to ask if you could hear me now with Verizon. Not anymore. I switched to Sprint because their network reliability is now within 1% of Verizon, and they save you 50% on most current AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon rates.
Why is this one twice as much?
This one right here has 1% more needles.
Why pay twice as much for only a 1% difference? We'll take this one.
Can you hear that?
Don't let a 1% difference cost you twice as much. Happy holidays to you and your family. Switch to Sprint today.
What's up? There's no fooling Dad.
I know that what's up. I've used that what's up. I know where that what's up ends up.
New Man with a Plan at his special time, 9/8 Central, Monday.
NFL fans, order your holiday gifts from NFLShop.com today and get free shipping at the official store of the NFL, NFLShop.com. With Rich Gannon, Kevin Harlan, 10-0 Colts. Turbin the 1-yard touchdown run. The penalty on Joseph hopping over the center. And 2 possessions for Indy, Rich, and 2 scores.
Yeah, this is getting to be a situation, Kevin, where it's kind of a critical drive for the Vikings to get back in this one.
And Patterson will let it go over his head, and it'll be a touchback to the 25-yard line. Pretty important early game drive coming up here for Bradford and Peterson.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the iPhone 7, the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. No trade-in required. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
Here we go. In 3 days, experience the ride of your life.
Is it safe?
No. Passengers. Rated PG-13.
This stuff is on fire. Somebody call fire department.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
This stuff is on fire. Someone better call the fire department.
More people save by combining their home and auto with State Farm to help life go right.
I wrote you a love note without writing a single word.
Introducing a new way to create a gift from the heart that could only come from the new Pandora boutique at Jared. A world of Pandora, including exclusive pieces designed just for Jared. Ready to be mixed, matched, and stacked with help from Jared's own Pandora expert. The one gift that speaks volumes you'll both treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
Sunday, January 22nd, the series premiere of the new reality thriller, Hunted.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Garmin Fitness. Let's beat yesterday. And by Verizon. It's always a great gift on Verizon.
The Stone Arch Bridge over the Mississippi linking St. Paul and beautiful Minneapolis. 1st and 10. Bradford, fake to Peterson. By the tight end, and outside they go. That's Charles Johnson. He's hit on the play by Melvin. And it's a gain of 17, and it's a first down to the 42.
Well, you look at the Minnesota offense, Kevin, the accuracy of Sam Bradford right now, it's the best in football. The weakness has been the running game. We'll see what happens with a healthy, I should say, Adrian Peterson back in the lineup. We don't really know where he's at health-wise. The defense of the Colts, I wish I could find a positive right now, Kevin. Not a lot of positives. The weakness has been their run defense. They gave up 185 on the ground last week to the Houston Texans.
On that first down carry, rookie Florida 4th-round pick Antonio Morrison makes the stop on Peterson, allowing just a gain of a yard, Rich, to the 43.
And Kevin, I mentioned the run defense of the Colts. That really let them down last week. They couldn't hold up against Houston's offensive line in the rushing attack. Gave up 185 yards on the ground. And so you got to think that offensive coordinator Pat Shermer wants to lean on this running game a little bit today with Adrian Peterson back in the lineup.
Right now they got McKinnon back there. This is the dead last rushing attack in the NFL. 2nd down and 9. In the pistol, this is McKinnon. And Shoved out of bounds by Akeem Ayers. It is a gain on the play of 2. Let's go to New York, and here's James Brown.
A big play leads to this. Yeah, off a 44-yard completion to Jeremy Maclin. Alex Smith sees nobody open and decides to take it in himself from 10 yards out. Kansas City is up early, 14-0.
Back to Kevin and Rich.
Of all the elite teams in the NFL with their quarterbacks, that may be the least talked about quarterback in Alex Smith of Kansas City.
Kevin, he doesn't make very many mistakes. That's what makes Alex Smith perfect for the Chiefs.
Offense, number 14, 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Stephon Diggs will pick that up. He's their top receiver with 78 receptions. Now it's 3rd and 13 for the Vikes.
Vikings have had a difficult time, Kevin, throwing the ball down the field. You mentioned Stephon Diggs. He's a playmaker. He leads the team with 78 receptions. To find a way to stretch the field more with Stephon Diggs.
With Asiata in, Bradford going deep. He went deep a couple times last week. It's caught, but on the dropped by Thielen, who's having a career year with the coverage on the play by Melvin. And another possession and another punt coming up for Minnesota.
You know, Adam, Kevin, I really like this Adam Thielen. The problem is he doesn't give Sam Bradford any space on the sidelines. You've got to be 3 or 4 yards off the boundary. This is the margin for error for the quarterback there is virtually nil. You got to give him a little bit more space when you run the go route.
Second punt coming up for Jeff Locke. They had a 30-yard punt return by Chester Rogers, who's a rookie free agent out of Grambling. The first time he hauled it in here late in the first quarter. They get it off to Locke, and he sends it off to the side. Yeah, they're going to keep it outside the numbers right now. Gets a bounce and a roll down to about the 17-yard line. 44-yard punt by Locke. The Colts are on the ropes. So are the Vikings. Two teams desperate for a win on CBS.
If you can dream it, you can do it. In the all-new Ridgeline from Honda.
So, you're a man of culture. Or a man of adventure. Or a man of culture who's out for adventure. You know when to hit the scene. Or get far away from it. Because it's all about striking the perfect form. Beach Yesterday with Phoenix 3 HR from Garmin.
So my daughter tells me you don't eat meat.
Nope.
Vizio 60-inch 4K Ultra HD TV with Google Cast, $678. Save money, live better. Walmart.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
2 possessions for Indy, 2 scores. Third possession right now for the Vikings. 3 and out, 4 and out. 1st and 10 Colts. With Gore in the backfield and a block by Doyle. He goes inside and he's hit and brought down by Rhodes after a gain of 5. Slithering his way up to the 22-yard line for the Colts. That's the end of the quarter. Turbin with a 1-yard touchdown run. Colts on top. We return to Minneapolis after these messages.
Anyone with type 2 diabetes knows how it feels to see your numbers go up, despite your best efforts. But what if you could turn things around? What if you could love your numbers? Discover Once Daily Invokana. It's the #1 prescribed SGLT2 inhibitor that works to lower A1C. A pill taken just once in the morning, Invokana is used along with diet and exercise to significantly lower blood sugar in adults with type 2 diabetes. In fact, it's been proven to be more effective at lowering A1C than Januvia. Invokana works around the clock by reducing the amount of sugar allowed back into the body and sending some sugar out through the process of urination. And while it's not for lowering systolic blood pressure or weight loss, it may help you with both. Invokana can cause important side effects, including dehydration, which may cause you to feel dizzy, faint, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Other side effects may include kidney problems, genital yeast infections, changes in urination, high potassium, increases in cholesterol, risk of bone fracture, or urinary tract infections, possibly serious. Serious side effects may include ketoacidosis, which can be life-threatening. Stop taking and call your doctor right away if you experience symptoms, or if you experience symptoms of allergic reaction, such as rash, swelling, or difficulty breathing or swallowing. Do not take Invokana if you have severe liver or kidney problems or are on dialysis. Tell your doctor about any medical conditions and medications you take. Using Invokana with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. It's time to turn things around. Lower your blood sugar with Invokana. Imagine loving your numbers. There's only one Invokana. Ask your doctor about it by name.
CBS Wednesday. It's an undercover boss event. Are you ready? The bosses.
I'm the mayor of the city of Gary. I am the president of Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Are back for more.
Show me what you got. Oh, Lord.
The Undercover Boss season premiere.
You did an awesome job.
Can I get a hug? CBS this Wednesday.
Andrew Luck has been using that football week in practice, hasn't he, Rich?
Yeah, look at that thing broke in, Kevin. They like him. Don't like him new out of the box, that's for sure.
It's a 2nd down and 5 beginning the second quarter, and we have somebody moving.
False start. Offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Rookie Joe Haig from the state of Minnesota.
Well, you look at the numbers so far in the first quarter, Kevin. Talk about ball control. Indianapolis, 22 offensive plays. The Vikings just 7. How about the time of possession? That's a big story. You've got this running back and Adrian Peterson. You're trying to find some rhythm offensively, and he's spending most of the first half sitting on the sidelines watching Andrew Luck and this Colts offense.
With a 2nd down and 10, this is Gore. Nice tackle made right in there by Eric Kendricks, who led the team in tackles a season ago, allowing a gain of 3, and he's up to the 20-yard line.
Not a lot of explosive runs at this point in his career for Frank Gore, but he is still very capable of banging away at a defense if he gets enough carries. He's an explosive runner with a strong lower body, accelerates on contact. He just told us last night, he said, I just never know in this offense, how many touches I'm going to get. I think they got to keep feeding him the football on the early downs.
3rd down 7. Turbin in. Blocked by Doyle, the tight end, and he goes for Rodgers across the middle. With the coverage on the play by Xavier Rhodes. Here comes a punt now for Indy. First punt of the day after getting a 48-yard field goal on their first possession. And a 1-yard touchdown run for Turbin on their second. And deep back Marcus Sherrills. He didn't play last week because of a rib injury. And the top punter in the NFL, Pat McAfee, will let it fly for Indianapolis. He's as good as there is in the league. Sherrills waving his arm, wants the fair catch, and that's what he's given at his own 37. A hang time of 4.78 with a 43-yard punt. Sherrills hauling it in. Adrian Peterson's day so far for the Vikings.
Well, Kevin, not a lot to talk about, but not a lot of opportunities. Just 2 rushes for 3 yards. They threw a ball on the flat. And, it's tough to anticipate what he'll be able to do with that surgically repaired right knee because he just doesn't have a lot of practice time in. Just a couple practices this week with the Vikings.
Tore the meniscus in that right knee September 18th against Green Bay. With a 1st and 10 for Sam Bradford. Outside he goes. Rudolph the tight end, and he's hit by Rashawn Melvin for a gain of 5. He's up to the 43. Here's James Brown in New York.
4th time is a charm. That's right, JB. 4th and goal. Andy Dalton takes the quarterback sneak for the 1-yard touchdown. 10-3, Cincinnati is up over Pittsburgh. Since you will love nothing better. Back to Kevin Harlan.
James, thank you. Here's a quick handoff, and it goes to Adrian Peterson, who corkscrews his way for perhaps a yard. Hit by a pile in there, including T.J. Green. We're going to call it a gain of a half-yard, Rich, and no more for AP.
You know, I thought it was interesting. Matt Asiata, the other running back, was sick on Fridays, so Adrian Peterson got a lot more reps with the first-team offense, Kevin. It may have been those reps that really opened the eyes of Pat Shermer, the offensive coordinator, and Mike Zimmer, to the fact that maybe AP was ready to play today and not next week against the Packers.
Yeah. 5 in the secondary, 3rd down and 5. Here's Bradford on a quick slant, incomplete. And they were going that time for Diggs. And the coverage on the play by Morris. It's incomplete. It's 4th and 5. Here is the 3rd consecutive punt in 3 possessions for the Vikes.
You know, it's interesting, Kevin. They look out of sync offensively, and you have to ask yourself, is it the fact that they're trying to get Adrian Peterson some touches and involved in an offense? You know, here's a guy that hasn't played since week 2.
Yeah, it's all about timing, isn't it, Rich? Really, when you talk about hitting the hole, reading that hole, seeing where the opening develops. Block to punt again. Rodgers is back, already has a 30-yard punt return in his hip pocket today. Chasing and running, and he'll hold on to it with a hang of 4-8. That's why the coverage was so good. 51-yard punt. 12:55 in the first half.
Lets you stand out from the herd. What's inside sets you apart. The Cadillac Escalade. Enjoy our best offers of the year.
Love is forever. But the Zales watch sale? Tick-tock. Shop now through December 24th for 25% off all Bulova watches. Only at Zales, the Diamond Store.
Hey, what's up? I'm Hannibal. I'm about to use Samsung Pay to check out at the grocery store.
How you doing, boss?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, all right. Yeah. You got a rewards card with us?
Got it right here on my phone.
Well, I don't think that's gonna work.
It worked.
Oh.
Be paying with my phone, too.
All right.
Yep.
That's a lot of juice.
I didn't come here for judgment.
Can we cut?
Turn your phone into your wallet with Samsung Pay.
What do you want from me? You're the only one who can save us.
You are destined for great things.
You're an assassin.
Assassin's Creed, rated PG-13.
We're looking at 2 hostage takers, 14 hostages.
How many cases you negotiated?
Thousands. You pay, or we kill him. What do we do now? Get your son back.
Colts running back Frank Gore was selected as one of the 8 finalists for the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award, which honors NFL players who exemplify outstanding sportsmanship on the field. The winner will be announced on February 4th. One of the real pros we've come across, huh, Rich, in our career in the NFL?
Kevin, he is the real deal.
With the offset eye after the punt, 1st and 10, Doyle the block, and picking and poking his way is Gore. Hit by a couple on the play, including Joseph, and he picks up 3. He's the 8th all-time leading rusher. Now, you would think that I could ask Rich Gannon about anything, right? I asked him, what was that bridge we just saw?
I gave you bad information. I feel bad, partner. I said from St. Paul to Minneapolis. That was wrong. I know it's Minneapolis to Minneapolis. I haven't been over that bridge enough.
You live here. You've raised your family here.
I couldn't get us from the hotel to the stadium this morning.
So we walked 4 blocks. 2nd down and 7. Out of the backfield, Turbin. Luck. Doyle all reading it well and sealing it off. Eric Kendricks limiting him to a gain of 5, Rich, just beyond their own 15-yard line.
This offensive line, Kevin, is hanging on. And, you look at Jack Doyle. He's really come on the last year and a half. He does whatever is asked of him. And as a result, his production has really spiked this season. Second on the team with 48 receptions. They do a good job of moving him around in this offense.
Luck today with the 34th different offensive line that he has had in his 5 years in the NFL. Boy, that has had a lot of moving parts. Here's the 3rd down and 2.
That is insane, Kevin. It's also dangerous.
We'll talk more about that on a quick slant. It's the former college basketball player at Miami, Swope. Pulls it in on 3rd and 2, picks up 7. He goes to the 23, Rhodes, makes the tackle.
He's really just learning how to play the position, Kevin. Just runs a little slant route. He's going to have to learn to be an inline player, but he's very athletic, and he's got some speed when they separate him from the line of scrimmage.
Terrence Newman made the stop. 1st and 10. Fake to Gore. And the pass to Gore. And Kendricks is right there, but look at, he may have acquired the 1st down with the run. Nice patience by Luck. Gain of 8 on the play. They'll mark him just shy at about the 33. Well, tomorrow on CBS, an Oprah Winfrey special event. The last interview and final farewell of First Lady Michelle Obama from inside the White House. Oprah and the First Lady. That's tomorrow at 8, 7 Central, only CBS. They love their Vikings. 2nd and 1. Turbinen. Quick slant caught by Rodgers, working on Rhodes, and takes it beyond the 40 to the 41, has the 1st down, picks up 9 on the quick hitter, getting Rodgers involved early and often.
Well, these Colts wide receivers are going to have to win at the line of scrimmage versus these bigger corners of the Vikings who play a ton of press man-to-man technique. Hilton, not a big player, not a bigger receiver.
You know, the Viking offense has been struggling. The defense, number 2 in points allowed, number 2 in yards allowed. Arguably the best overall in the NFL. 1st and 10. Luck with Gore in the backfield. They got a nice block up front from Haig, and it's incomplete. The pressure was coming on the play, and the ball was tipped on the play.
So he hits the center right in the helmet.
Flag downfield, Rich, at the 45. Kelly, the rookie, got it right in the ear hole. The 1st round pick out of Alabama. 2 flags are down.
On the play, both by the defense. Holding. Defense number 29. That penalty is declined. Holding. Defense number 23. 5-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
It was on Newman, and they declined the one on Rhodes. Rhodes, you think, Rich, gets a little handsy in that backfield.
He does, Kevin. He had 4 penalties last week, including an unsportsmanlike penalty against a game official. But he does. He's a physical player, but he likes to use those long arms and those hands to disrupt the timing and release of receivers. The challenge that Rhodes is going to have today is against guys like Chester Rogers and T.Y. Hilton, who have that good blend of speed and quickness.
With a 1st and 10 handoff, here comes Gore. Following a Haig block, and he steamrolls him down to the 49. The tackle made on the play by Johnson to James in New York.
No shame in trickery if it works.
Yeah, a little trickery never hurt anybody. Here you're going to see the flea flicker. Marcus Mariota throws it up. Rashard Matthews goes up and over Eric Berry. And that set up a 4-yard touchdown run by Derrick Henry. Tennessee is coming back. 14-7. KC is up.
Kevin and Rich.
What do you think of the Tennessee Titans?
They're a good football team, Kevin. They're well coached. The former Minnesota Viking, Mike Mularkey, is their head coach, and he's done a terrific job with the young quarterback.
With a 2nd down and 4, here's Gore. Hit initially in the defensive backfield by Harris, and he plows into him, close to a 1st down, gain of about 3 to the 44.
Just watch Frank Gore here, Kevin, at the end of this run. Watch him just continue to churn those legs. Just watch. He just keeps driving. He's a powerful man. He's hard to bring down.
The other day he passed Tony Dorsett, and they wanted to give him the game ball after the game.
He didn't want it.
He didn't want the game ball.
He is such a selfless player, and he's a terrific leader. He brings some attitude and some toughness, not only to that huddle, but to this entire football team.
Rich, you really respect those kind of guys, those real pros, huh?
Yeah, I think he's got a challenge, Kevin. You know, a lot of these young players, trying to teach these young players the importance and the meaning of playing this football game with great passion.
Here's Swope on 1st and 10. He is brought down in the secondary by Rhodes, a catch and run of 16. He had only caught 10 passes coming into today. 2 big ones already this afternoon.
Yeah, he just gets the matchup they want on the inside linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He looks in the backfield, and that's just enough to create the separation that Luck needs.
It's interesting how the NFL, Rich, is going after these former basketball players to play the tight end position.
Well, they understand leverage, Kevin, and they're very good in tight spaces, and that's what a guy like Swope could do.
Turbin in 1st and 10, 27. And Luck going for Swope, but he's got the touchdown. What a pass. 27-yard touchdown pass. And Swope has his first career touchdown in the NFL. 16-0. The Colts over the Vikings.
Well, you watch the tight ends. They've got both of them in the middle of the field, and they're going to have Dwayne Allen go down the middle of the field, and that gets Swope the matchup that he wants on Chad Greenway. It's just a fight to the end zone. Good throw, good anticipation by Andrew Luck.
So Andrew Luck, in the midst of a career year, throws his 26th touchdown pass. The extra point by Vinatieri makes it 17-0 the Colts. This is going to surprise some people around the National Football League. Our clock, 7:16 in the second quarter.
This is your daughter, and she just got this. Oh boy. But you've got Hum, so you can set this. And if she drives like this, you can tell her to drive more like this, because you'll get this. You can even set boundaries for her. So if she should be here, but instead goes here, here, or here, you'll know. So don't worry, Mom, because you put this in here. Hum by Verizon, the technology designed to make your car smarter, safer, and more connected. Put some smarts in your car.
Wow, you're really festive?
Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about.
Like what?
You smell like nutmeg. Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now.
Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Amazon Prime. Get free 2-day shipping on millions of items. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Verizon, it's always a great gift on Verizon.
Okay, Carmen Sandiego, where's that? Since you're Mr. Geography, where's that?
That's Valley Fair. No, I'm just teasing. For the locals, they'll know that that's the Mall of America. Yeah. I'm trying to give you bad information. You just won't take it.
I know. You never give me bad information. Here we go. Patterson will bring it out about 6 yards deep. The #1 kickoff return man in the NFL. Oh, and he slips him. Yeah, he's firing his way up the sideline. Brought down by Christopher Milton, who holds on for dear life. Flag was thrown late. And it may have been on the Colts. It was thrown on that sideline where Jerome Boger and crew were watching and officiating. 38-yard return as it stands right now for Patterson.
After player was out of bounds, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team, number 28, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that's his former teammate. Todman played for the Vikes. And we got somebody else. Nonetheless, it's against the Colts, 7-10 second.
I'm Thomas, and I quit smoking with Chantix. To think, after 25 years of smoking, I haven't had to pick up a cigarette. It's such a relief. It's a completely amazing feeling.
Along with support, Chantix Varenicline is proven to help people quit smoking.
My urge to smoke just faded off.
Some people had changes in behavior, thinking or mood, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. Some reported seizures or sleepwalking with Chantix. If you have any of these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away. Tell your doctor about any history of mental health problems, which could get worse, or of seizures. Don't take Chantix if you've had a serious allergic or skin reaction to it. If you have these, stop Chantix and call your doctor right away, as some can be life-threatening. Tell your doctor if you have heart or blood vessel problems or develop new or worse symptoms. Get medical help right away if you have symptoms of a heart attack or stroke. Decrease alcohol use while taking Chantix. Use caution driving or operating machinery. Most common side effect is nausea.
Quitting changed my life.
Ask your doctor if Chantix is right for you.
Still looking for the perfect gift? Macy's gift cards always fit. It's the star gift on everyone's list. So give, get, share. Macy's gift cards at Macy's and Macy's.com.
You love all-day breakfast, but you don't love that you can't get all your favorites. But now you can get more of what you love, so you can find something else to not love, like hearing the sound of your own voice. Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Two huge showdowns in the AFC playoff race. Christmas Eve, the Bengals face off against the Texans. And Christmas Day, the Ravens take on the Steelers. Bengals-Texans Christmas Eve, then Ravens-Steelers Christmas Day, exclusively on NFL Network.
On November 11th, the Vikings hosted a Cops versus Kids flag football tournament. It was all a part of the Trust to Protect campaign, which is designed to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community. Well, with a 17-0 hold, they've got Peterson still in the game, Rich, and a 1st and 10 with the penalty puts him at the 50. And here comes the quarterback. Bradford is going deep, and a great catch made by Rudolph. Finally tackled on the play in the linebacking core by Jackson. A 28-yard lasso at the 22 and a first down for Minnesota.
Well, I love the play design. You fake the ball to Adrian Peterson. That gets the attention of all those linebackers. And Bradford makes a terrific throw down the middle of the field to his tight end, Kyle Rudolph. He stuck that between 3 defenders. Talk about Bradford's accuracy from the pocket.
Having a career year. That was his 59th reception of the season. 1st and 10.
White 20! White 20 hot! White 20! White 20 hot!
It's AP. Oh, he got a good block inside from Surlis. And a 13-yard run. He's down to the 9. Searles made the block. They say the ball is loose. But a couple officials were saying the ball was down, and you can see Adams running the other way with the ball. Now they discuss it on the field. Did Peterson fumble or not?
The rule on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. 1st down, Indianapolis.
Oh, and Searles had a big block on that line, and Peterson ran for 13, but it's all for naught with the fumble. Adams strips him of the ball.
Yeah, what happened? They gang tackle. Mike Adams is stripping the ball as Adrian Peterson is going to the ground, and he's able to scoop it up at the bottom of the pile. Kevin, this is what happens when you don't practice or play for a couple months. You know, I was surprised that when you heard the news earlier in the week that he was going to wait until next week, and then we're at practice on Friday. He was taking some reps, but he looks rusty. You know, you look at the cutting, you look at the acceleration, and even the ball security when you're in a pile.
You talked about the timing, Rich. That time he got the block. He had the opening, the Peterson cut. But a fumble right there after a big pass completion of 28 to Rudolph. Set him up in nice field position. Gore in the backfield. 1st and 10. Frank Gore, Doyle the block, and again another tackle made by Anthony Harris, among others, who bring him down at the 16. Gain of 7 on 1st down by Gore.
And Kevin, you know, you look at practice on Friday, nobody was touching him. You know, the defensive scout team players, every time 28 got the ball, everyone stepped out of the way. So, I mean, he hasn't really even hit anybody. And that's the problem, because you can't, you know, assimilate or duplicate this type of speed and precision in a Friday practice.
Richie does have a history of fumbling.
He also has a history of being a beast with the football, Kevin.
Yes.
Right now, just doesn't seem like the normal Adrian Peterson.
Second 3 run here by Gore. Initially hit on the play by Sendejo in the secondary. Gain of 4 up near the 21-yard line and a first down for Indianapolis. They have scored, Rich, on 3 of their 4 previous possessions.
And the game plan, Kevin, has been very different than we saw last week from this offense against the Houston Texans. I mean, they're running the football, they're moving the quarterback. Play action game has been very effective. And they continue to focus on these 3 tight ends.
Coming off the edge, 1st and 10 underneath they go. Doyle on the move. Kendricks is right there. And then they bring him down with Rhodes. He's up to the 34-yard line with a catch and run of 13. Another Colt first down. Well, tonight, the Pope's Choir, the oldest and most heavenly of them all, in the most spectacular setting. Only on 60 Minutes. Tonight, only CBS. Kevin Harlan, Rich Gannon, Colts on the move. They've scored in a 1-yard touchdown run by Turbin after a very costly Viking penalty and a 27-yard touchdown pass to a little-used tight end in Swope, the former college basketball player from Miami. 1st and 10. It's Gore. Clark with the block and trying to plow him down. He's up to the 37-yard line, hit by a ton on the play. Greenway and others were right there. Joseph with the stop. It's a gain of 3 to the 36.
Well, I just love to watch back like Frank Gore work, Kevin. And look at this, how he's climbing the ladder with his most scrimmage yards in NFL history. I was fortunate to play with one of those players in Marcus Allen. But look at Frank Gore, not far behind. He just continues to chip away at it.
9 more yards. He'll make the top 10.
Takes great pride in his preparation and his performance each and every week.
Turbin in. With a 2nd down and 7, they blow that dead in mid-motion.
False start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Well, for Chuck Pagano, and there's been a lot of speculation in Indy and nationally about him and Ryan Grigson, the GM. But if they win, Rich, they cannot be eliminated from the playoffs. They're hoping Houston loses, which they are now. They got to lose 2, and Tennessee loses at least 1. Right now, they're losing at Arrowhead in Kansas City.
And all they can do, Kevin, is take care of their business. And they've got to find a way to get a win here today and make up for that disappointing loss last week at home against Houston.
2nd down, 12. Turbin in. Come around Clark, but he's got his tight end once again. This time it's Allen. Dwayne Allen with a 13-yard catch on 2nd down and 12. Up to the 45. Luck looks like a completely different quarterback today.
Yeah, we just watched Dwayne Allen, and the Vikings have to make some adjustments, Kevin. They're not doing a good job handling these tight ends in man-to-man coverage. You see Anthony Harris not able to handle Dwayne Allen up the seam.
7 catches already by the Colt tight ends this afternoon, including a 27-yard touchdown pass. 1st and 10. Turbin in. Helping with the block, and Luck tried to guide it incomplete. Looking for Hilton. The coverage on the play by Xavier Rhodes. 2nd and 10.
Well, you look at Xavier Rhodes. I got a chance to walk by him at practice on Friday. Kevin's got the size, the length, and really the confidence to be a shutdown corner. You mentioned sometimes his over-aggressive style can get him in trouble at times, but he is going to be a good one. He's very physical at the line of scrimmage, and he can turn and run with the best of them.
He had hit 8 in a row until that miss. 2nd down and 10. Get by Clark. They dump it off to Turbin. He got a nice block in there from Harrison, and he takes it with a Haig block past midfield, picking up 5, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. We are at the 2-minute warning. Colts on the move and up 17-zip.
wrote you a love note without writing a single word.
Introducing a new way to create a gift from the heart that could only come from the new Pandora boutique at Jared. A world of Pandora, including exclusive pieces designed just for Jared. Ready to be mixed, matched, and stacked with help from Jared's own Pandora expert. The one gift that speaks volumes you'll both treasure forever. That's why he went to Jared.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna believe this. I'm stuck on the roof again. Now what to do?
Hyundai presents the better drive of the week. With rain pouring down and time running out in a tie game with the Cardinals, Dolphins quarterback Matt Moore got a pair of completions from receiver Kenny Stills. The drive set up kicker Andrew Franks for the winning field goal on the game's final play and kept Miami in the race for the AFC playoffs. Brought to you by Hyundai, official sponsor of the NFL. Better drives us.
This holiday season, celebrate TV's best. Works for me.
Now that is a lot of holiday cheer.
Cheers to that. Cheers.
Coming up on the Verizon halftime report from our CBS studios in New York, JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. Scores, news, and highlights all coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Santa will be watching on our Channel 4 here in Minneapolis, WCCO. We welcome them, one of the great television stations in America. 3rd and 5, 2-minute warning. Colts and Vikes both 3 timeouts, and it looked like Griffin may have moved it. Costanzo, draw him, induce him.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense, number 97. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
We just watched Everson Griffin and man on the line of scrimmage trying to get the jump on left tackle Anthony Costanzo.
That's the 3rd time today, Rich, that the Colts have picked up a first down on a Viking penalty.
Andrew Luck always does a nice job, Kevin, changing up his snap counts. You look at that graphic, it's amazing the time of possession. They are wearing out this Minnesota defense.
Luck today, 15-21 with a touchdown pass to Schroep, his tight end. Gore in, 1st and 10. Gore hitting the hole hard, and again wrapped up in the secondary by Harris. That's the problem. They're wrapping him up in the secondary. A burst of 9 near the 35-yard line. Gore's had runs of 7 and 9. And on this drive, he's gotten Doyle for 13 and Allen for 13 through the air. 2nd and 1, Gore. Right around the blocking of his center, Ryan Kelly. Looks like they've plowed for the first down to the 32 of Minnesota.
The Vikings, I think they may want to start using some of these timeouts, but Zimmer's just trying to find a way to get a stop right now, Kevin.
The Vikings cannot be eliminated mathematically if they lose today, but they do relinquish complete control of their destiny. In the playoff chase, 10th play of the drive. Turbin is in. They go outside with the 1st and 10 throw right there. Newman was drilling Rodgers. 2nd and 10. He's a good one, Rich. He's played a long time in this league, a 38, 14-year veteran.
He can play press coverage and he can play from off. And watch how quickly he closes on this hitch route. Talk about a guy that studies a lot of film during the week, Kevin. He is well dialed in. Terrence Newman, he has really been a good resource for some of the younger corners, guys like Xavier Rhodes, Trey Waynes, who are learning under a master.
There's a 2nd down and 10 for Luck. With a crumbling pocket, he dumps it off, and it's dropped. Hilton, another drop. This Colt team drops a lot of them. Kendrick's there. Flag is down.
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Defense, number 99.
Another penalty. It's killed him today. Absolutely killed him.
Second down.
Well, it's right here. I mean, you watch the matchup. Hunter on the right tackle, LaRaven Clark. He just walks him back in there, but he gets the help of that right hand and arm up into the face mask of Clark.
Remember, this drive began with Adrian Peterson's fumble at the 8-yard line of Indy. As we mentioned before, if the Colts win today, they cannot be eliminated from the playoffs. Both these teams right in it. But on the outside looking in, 1st and 10, Turbin is in. Luck looking him off. They got a nice block right there as Turbin gets the ball from Jonathan Harris, who backed up his man, and they take it with a catch and run down to the 10. A 17-yard catch and run by Turbin. Watch 72 in the block.
This is a good-looking screen, Kevin, and it's very effective against a very good pass rush of the Minnesota Vikings. You take some of the edge off. You look at the block by Harrison out in front of Turbin. That was well executed and well designed by the Colts.
Boy, he just backed up Anthony Barr, didn't he, Rich?
Just walked him right to the sidelines.
1st and goal. Turbin is in. Turbin. He'll burrow his way to the 6. Kendricks down there to make the stop. Gain of 3 on the play. And again, 3 timeouts for both Indy and the Vikes. And a timeout taken right there. 41 seconds in the second quarter.
I found Barbie at home.
What? Oh, no.
This one's even better.
Great.
Yes.
Barbie Dreamhouse. Interactive light, sound, and motion. $149 on rollback. Save money. Live better. Walmart.
This is Peloton, the indoor cycling experience designed to happen in your home. Only Peloton allows you to take high-energy live and on-demand studio cycling classes without having to go anywhere. Ride live with some of the best studio cycling instructors in the country. Ride flexible with thousands of on-demand rides. Ride connected alongside riders from all around the world. This is fitness evolved. This is Peloton.
Wow, you're really festive?
Well, this time of year, there's plenty to be festive about.
Like what?
You smell like nutmeg.
Like the Hyundai Holiday Sales Event. It's your last chance of the year to save big on every new Hyundai.
Oh, I'm feeling more festive already.
Wait, did you say save big?
Yep.
Oh, I think I hear holiday music now.
Oh, no, that's just my ringtone.
Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. This is just one of the reasons to buy now. Get up to $2,500 off the new Sonata during Hyundai holidays.
If there was any way to make the $10 any pizza carryout deal from Pizza Hut any easier or any better, we'd do it. But any way we slice it, you're free to choose any large pizza with any toppings or any recipe, like Supreme or Meat Lovers on original pan crust. The $10 any pizza. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. Strike gold, and you could win Super Bowl tickets for life. And by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Coming up next, the Verizon halftime report from our CBS studios in New York. James and company will have the Verizon halftime report coming up next on CBS. I did that without a card, Rich, in case you were wondering. It's too late. I've already read it.
You're the best, brother. I love working with you.
Well, we got to wake the kids up here. They got to make some noise here. Turbin in the backfield. A 2nd and goal from the 6. Good-looking drive began at the 8 of Indy. With 2 timeouts, there's a block by Clark. There's a block by Street. Look at the move, the spin, the corkscrew, the touchdown! Turbin! 6-yard touchdown run. That was a beauty. The 2nd consecutive touchdown drive, over 90 yards for the Colts on the road in Minnie today.
Well, that's not going to make Mike Zimmer very happy, Kevin. It's a terrific individual effort by Turbin, but there's some poor tackling, some poor angles of pursuit from the Minnesota Vikings, and just a great effort finishing at the goal line by Robert Turbin. Well, you can hear a pin drop right now in here.
You can hear the boos, I'll tell you that. Vinatieri, 24-0 with a half minute to play in the first half. In such an unbelievable, dominating first half by the Colts, trying to dig their way, spin their way into the playoffs.
It's the holidays at Verizon, and the best deals are on the best network. With no surprise overages, you can use your data worry-free, and even carry over the data you don't use. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for only $40 per line. You'll even get the iPhone 7, the Samsung Galaxy S7, the Pixel, phone by Google, or the Moto Z Droid for only $10 per month. No trade-in required. Hurry, these offers end soon. Get the best deals and the best network, only on Verizon.
Rich, I am looking at this statistical page in front of us. The number of plays by the Colts and the number of plays in the first half by the Vikings.
Just 12 offensive snaps for the Vikings, Kevin. You compare that to the Colts with 46. It's the largest time of possession differential in the season this year. You look at the time of possession, that's the story in this game right now.
Well, you're saying no other team has had this kind of domination in the first half this year league-wide.
League-wide. They've had the ball for over 23 minutes in the first half. The Colts, the Vikings, just a little over 6 minutes, Kevin. And you don't have any snaps, you can't score points.
Ensuing kickoff, and here it comes Adrian Peterson to bring it out of the end zone. And why not? Right now you got to pull out every lever. Couple hits in there, including by Matthias Farley, a 27-yard return. So the Vikings will get it for a 5th time, Rich. They punted the first 3 times they had it. Peterson fumbled the last time. And now, with 3 timeouts and 28 seconds to play in the first half, AP will be on the sideline. It almost kind of takes him out of the game, doesn't it now, with the 24-7,
well, 24-0 I mean, he's usually not in there in passing downs anyway. I mean, the guy that they want in there is Jerick McKinnon. And so, yeah, they've got to get back in this game in the second half, Kevin.
Down 24-0. And McKinnon in, and Bradford to the sideline. Picked off by Adams. He had an interception last week, and he gets back up. He got a clock on the play from his secondary mate, Melvin. Takes it down the sideline, and they are in field goal range. It's the first interception by the Colts in a while, more than a couple games.
Take your time. Well, man, we're going to take our time.
Well, just keep an eye on Mike Adams. He's working to the boundary because he's covering the tight end, Kyle Rudolph, in man-to-man coverage. And when he sees that Bradford's trying to throw the ball in behind him, he just drops back. This is a force by Sam Bradford at the most inopportune time. I mean, just can't make that throw coming out of your own end.
Adams had a pick the game before on the Monday night in the Meadowlands against the Jets. Adams walking off now. That is not a good sign. They say he was down by contact at the 36. So now, with 2 timeouts and 19 seconds remaining, the Delaware Blue Hen, Mike Adams, comes up with a big pick. I wish I could think of someone else from Delaware.
Well, Kevin, he's been terrific for the Colts. He's been a Pro Bowl player. He makes all the calls on the back end. He's good in man-to-man coverage. He's a guy that's very comfortable in run support down around the line of scrimmage. And now he's set up Andrew Luck for another opportunity here, Kevin, with a couple timeouts.
1st and 10. Gore is in. It's Gore with a run down to about the 32-yard line. The pile bringing him down. It is a gain of 4. The clock continuing to tick. Colts have 2 timeouts, and Chuck Pagano will call it right now with 3 seconds left. We're going to be back in 30 seconds to finish out the first half here on CBS.
For millions of baby boomers, there's a serious virus out there that's been almost forgotten. It's hepatitis C. 1 in 30 boomers has hep C, yet most don't even know it, because it can hide in your body for years without symptoms. and it's not tested for in routine blood work. The CDC recommends all baby boomers get tested. If you have Hep C, it can be cured. For us, it's time to get tested. Ask your healthcare provider for the simple blood test. It's the only way to know for sure.
50-yard field goal try by Vinatieri from 50 and beyond. 6 of 8 after the interception by Adams, and they cash in. Zeros on the clock. And the Indianapolis Colts in a stunner, shutting out the Vikings 27-0. Colts 10 points off 2 Viking turnovers. The boos cascading down. We take you to New York for the Verizon halftime after this on CBS.
New Monday, an Oprah Winfrey special event.
Oprah and Michelle on the road.
It's the last interview with First Lady Michelle Obama.
People think that you are going to run for office. That's a good question. No one knows what the President of the United States knows.
Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama, CBS Monday.
CBS Friday. Join your favorite musical stars as they celebrate the greatest gift of all.
My family makes me feel loved.
A home for the holidays. CBS this Friday. Taya Leone is Madam Secretary. New episode CBS tonight.
Halftime means time for a refill. Liquor Barn has the best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Nobody beats Liquor Barn.
Newness. It can be really exciting, or sometimes a little scary. However, you shouldn't worry. We have plenty of experience making introductions. The name you've always trusted for your children's healthcare needs is now Norton Children's. Whether your children need their yearly checkups or their first surgeries, we're still the name you trust for the best pediatric care. Norton Children's. Every age, every stage, every step of the way.
I do tend to geek out about biscuits. It's really an enjoyable process. Take a carton of buttermilk, pour it in a spiral pattern, start folding in kind of a breaststroke pattern. Fold it into a canoe shape. Lightly flour. Start rolling from the middle out to the sides. Don't go too fast, don't go too slow. Small circle, honeycomb pattern, 8 minutes. We do put the time and effort into it. There's always going to be some imperfection, but you want perfect imperfection. Made from scratch biscuits are better.
The Made from Scratch Pork Chop and Gravy Biscuit, only at Hardee's. Liquor Barn, Kentucky's hometown liquor store for all your wine, spirits, and beer. Shop Kentucky's largest bourbon selection and choose from over 1,000 great beers. Liquor Barn has the best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Nobody beats Liquor Barn.
WLKY weather, available on 107.7 The Eagle.
I've played more than 200 consecutive games. I've caught over 1,000 passes for over 11,000 yards. Had to block some of the toughest defensive ends in this league over the past 13 seasons. Done all that and more to earn this.
I found it on NFLshop.com. My mom got it for me.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear, NFLshop.com.
Get the Verizon Halftime Report live online every Sunday. Brought to you by Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
This Tuesday, celebrate with TV's #1 drama, NCIS. Are you in?
It is perfect.
I love it. Then, 'tis the season for more Bull. This will be fun. Works for me. Catch back-to-back episodes of Bull after NCIS. CBS this Tuesday.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
Thanks, Uncle Rex. And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. Get NFL Mobile to watch live, local, and primetime games, highlights, NFL Red Zone, and more, all without using any data, only on Verizon. I'm James Brown with the full house here in Studio 43. Let's get you right to the highlights.
All right, Cincinnati Bengals look on the play today, guys. Jeremy Hill's going to take this one in from about 5 yards out. Bengals are going to take a 26 lead right before halftime. You can see a little disrespecting of the terrible coach. I know.
That's not nice.
Steelers are driving at the end of the half.
All right, Eagles-Ravens, guys. You're going to see Carson Wentz. He's going to hand this ball. Wait, who is this? This is not mine. It's Philly, Baltimore. I'm giving you guys the wrong one.
But it's all
Baltimore
good.
is up, though, in that game.
Tony, take a break. Alex Smith right now is going to take this thing from 10 yards in. I got the Kansas City Chiefs right here. They now lead 14-7 at the half.
But I like your attitude, though, Tony.
I think this one was right for me, guys. Jacksonville added Houston. Houston trying to stay atop the AFC South. Blake Bortles says, not on my watch, calls his own number, takes it in. They lead 13-2 at the half.
13-2. Wow, baseball, huh, Boom?
All right, here we go again, guys. This is Indianapolis and Minnesota. Adrian Peterson coming back since week 2. First time he's been on the field with that knee injury. But this guy, Andrew Luck, has been on fire this half. Yeah, Indianapolis is running away with it 27-0 over Minnesota.
Huge game in New Jersey as the Lions are visiting the New York Giants. Sterling Shepard, touchdown pass right here. Eli Manning, pretty good first half, 14-16, 127 yards. That touchdown, they lead 10-6 as they approach halftime.
And the Chicago Bears are giving Green Bay everything they can handle. Here you're going to see Matt Barkley. He's trying to become the starter for the future. He's going to find Joshua Bellamy from 10 yards out. It's 10-10 near the end of the second quarter.
Cleveland at Buffalo. Buffalo holder clinging to their playoff hopes. Tyrod Taylor's going to drop back and find Charles Clay for the 19-yard touchdown pass. Tyrod 10 for 15 for 105.
And I'll tell you, Andrew Luck in his first half has been on fire. He has not been sacked. You see him finding T.Y. Hilton. He looks like he did earlier in the season. You can see him again moving up.
Wow.
And just, you know, where was he last week? He looked so off last week. He looks so on this week. Dwayne Allen catching this for a touchdown pass. He just looks very comfortable and very athletic and looks totally into this game. And again, his number 16-23, 183, 1 touchdown, 0 sacks. You know, this is the Andrew Luck they've been waiting on.
I tell you what, Adrian Peterson was hoping to create a spark for this offense and get some ground productivity, but he's been bottled up and he's showing a lot of rush right now. You know, it's tough to ask him. He's defined the odds before, but right now, Indianapolis getting penetration and winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. And late in the half, he came out. This is his best run of the day, but he also has a fumble that turned into a score for the Indianapolis Colts. Right now, Adrian Peterson struggling.
No matter how challenging, Andrew Luck is one guy you never question his work ethic.
Well, you can. You know, Monday night against the Jets, he was great. Last week against Houston Texans, as Coach pointed out, he really struggled. But then all of a sudden today, he catches fire. The thing that I take out of this game is just how disappointing the performance is by the home team, the Minnesota Vikings, where earlier on in the season, they were virtually unbeatable in that building.
I tell you what, the Colts have an opportunity. Brock Osweiler is put. Tom Savage is now in.
Coach Cowher is biting his bottom lip. You don't disrespect the terrible towel. Verizon continues.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile without using any data. Only on Verizon.
Whenever we introduce something, whenever we teach a principle, it has to help them play. We teach to hit with our shoulders from a leverage side instead of tackling with our head. It's the same exact tackling principles that you would do in essence, but now we're tackling with our shoulders.
There's no head involved in these tackles at all. We think it's safer. Pretty good defense around here, and we have terrific football players, and we've had a lot of success. I think it's improved our play. This was a better way to get guys on the ground sooner, and I think it's a great way to play the game.
Every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile. It's the best. And I'm the best. Exclusively on Verizon.
Up next, some of you will see the Raiders at the Chargers. Most will see the Patriots taking on the Broncos in our featured matchup.
And I'll tell you what, the Denver Broncos have to be desperate, JB. They have to win this game to keep pace with the Miami Dolphins. Also, the game within the game. Wade Phillips, the defensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos, trying to free up Von Miller. Von Miller is such a great pass rusher that Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator of the Patriots, has to make sure he does not disrupt the Patriot offense the way he did last year in the AFC Championship
Because the Patriots have not had much success there in Denver. All right, there you have it from Boomer. The Verizon Halftime Report continues after this.
My hero, zero, such a funny little hero, but till you came along, we counted on our fingers and toes. Now you're here to stay, and nobody really knows.
Zero really can be a hero. Get 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 due at signing, and 0 first month's payment on select Volkswagen models. Right now at the Volkswagen Sign and Drive event.
How wonderful you are.
West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground was where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and shooting some b-ball outside the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood, I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, Arby's, we have the meats.
This holiday season at Bluegrass Cellular, we're offering more chances to save on the latest devices and accessories. Now our buy one, get one offer is coming to town. Buy one Samsung Galaxy S7, S7 Edge, or LG G5 for $0 down on Freedom Expanded and get a second one free. Mix and match models any way you want. It's twice the phones for half the jingle. Get into Bluegrass Cellular and get more this holiday season. Bluegrass Cellular, your community expanded.
WLKY, honored with the Overall Excellence Emmy 3 years in a row.
Boom, boom, boom. Friends sing together. La 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 la. Friends do things together. La 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 la. Friends help you when you're in danger. Friends are people who are not strangers. Friends, 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 friends. La 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 la. Friends, 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 friends. La 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 la. Friends.
Fall in love with the outside. Marmot.
Yep, that's our score at halftime. Both teams in playoff contention, but on the outside looking in, the Colts and the Minnesota Vikings. A couple touchdown runs and a touchdown pass. I'd like to remind you, follow your favorite team all season long. Go to iTunes.com/NFL. In the return of Adrian Peterson, he fumbled deep in Colt territory, and those are his numbers through one half of football.
Yeah, really disappointing, Kevin. I think even more disappointing is the fact that they just haven't had any opportunity. Just 13 offensive snaps in the first half. They got to do something to jumpstart this offense in the second half.
Are you stunned by this game?
I really am. I thought the Vikings would come out and really play, especially when you consider what was at stake. I'm not surprised to see the Colts really rally from what happened last week, an embarrassing loss at home to the Houston Texans. But my gosh, I never thought the Vikings would lay an egg like this in the first half.
Let's take a look at some of the numbers in the first half, and they are interesting with these halftime adjustments going into the second half now needed by both.
Yeah, I think if you're the Colts, you got to continue to be aggressive and take chances and not coast. It's not time to pump the brakes. For the Vikings, I jumped the ball. I mean, I'd go up tempo. They need more opportunities. And I think it's more of Sam Bradford in the second half, Kevin, as opposed to Adrian Peterson. I think we'll see less and less of Adrian Peterson because of the score.
Mike Zimmer has taken that patch off his eye. He's had a torn retina, 4 surgeries since November 1st. He's got 1 more remaining. He will not have his vision fully restored, they tell us, the rest of the season.
He's had to switch from prescription to reading glasses to see that call sheet. And he had some double vision out of the right eye without the patch. Told us on Friday he can't sleep or on his back or look up for long periods of time. Really had to adjust the video monitors in his office to watch game tape during the week. So it's been a real hassle, obviously, for Mike Zimmer. Tough as they come.
Colts, no turnovers, no sacks allowed, 281 yards of offense, just under 23.5 minutes time of possession, and away we go, and Patterson will bring it out. He was hit initially, Ayers got him, but the first hit was leveled by Deion King, 20-yard return.
Well, it was all Colts in the first half. We've been talking about the time of possession. It's amazing. Just utter dominance by the Colts. Very efficient. Andrew Luck has done a nice job moving around. Very productive on third down. And Kevin, that's what has hurt the Vikings. They've got to be able to start converting on third down. 0 for 3 in the first half.
With Peterson in 1st and 10. Nowhere to run. They gain a couple yards on the play, and that's about it. He gets to the 15-yard line.
Well, Kevin, here's the thing to keep in mind. Adrian Peterson aside, this is the worst rushing offense in football. They've had 3 different starters at both tackle positions, 2 different starters at center and both guard positions. They've had no continuity up front, regardless of who the runner has been.
Trent Cole made that last tackle. Trent Cole comes right now over to get the quarterback, who dumps it over him, and Patterson is brought down by Adams, and they pick up 12 on the play. The catch and run takes him out to the Viking 27.
And I like the fact that they're trying to jump the ball a little bit here and go a little bit up tempo. Sometimes if you're struggling to find your rhythm offensively, this is something that can really help a quarterback in an offense. So you see Pat Shurmur there with his play sheets. Said he had to make some adjustments when he found out on Friday that AP would be up.
We're at the 1st and 10, and they pull Searles, who leads the way, and then finally brought down in the secondary by Rashaan Melvin. AP picks up 4 to the 31.
Well, we know Adrian Peterson can create his own yards and make people miss. I think where he can really help him is in the short yardage and goal line situations if they can ever get down inside the red zone. It's where they have struggled, especially last week on the road in Jacksonville.
With a 2nd down and 6, here comes Bradford. And underneath he goes. Big time hit by Edwin Jackson on Diggs, limiting him to a gain of 2 to the 33. It's his first catch today. Big hit by Jackson, who now with DeQuell Jackson out suspended because of PED problems and flunking the test, he becomes the guy that gets the plays in the helmet.
Yeah, he takes on a more significant role. Kevin, you mentioned in the middle of that defense and making all the calls and the adjustments at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 4, we've got a flag. False start.
Offense number 12. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down. On the receiver, Charles Johnson.
You talk about the struggles the Vikings have had, the missed assignments and the mental errors. You're just jumping off sides. As a receiver, you should be looking inside at the football. I can't even imagine, Kevin, what Mike Zimmer said to his football team in the locker room at halftime. Can only imagine some people's ears are still ringing.
With Asiata in, 3rd down 9. Underneath, on the move, Johnson brought down by Melvin. They get the 1st down. They're up to the 38-yard line. On 3rd and 9, a catch and run of 10 by the Vikings. They'll move the chains.
Well, he made up for it on the crossing route against man-to-man coverage. He just works his way through some traffic and is able to pick up the 1st down.
There's an injury timeout. The player, Rashaan Melvin, walking woozily to the far side. Rich, you know, we've talked about the penalties today for the Vikings. They have been penalized at home more than on the road, almost double the amount of times.
And, you know, I think initially, Kevin, it had a lot to do with the crowd noise in this new facility, the excitement, the energy. But as Mike Zimmer said, they haven't been able to pinpoint it. It's just a lack of discipline at times in some critical situations.
You mentioned before they had to replace the offensive coordinator in early November when Norv Turner resigned, and the interim tag went to Pat Shurmur.
Let's go.
1st and 10. With McKinnon in the backfield, Bradford will drop and go deep, and he's got Thielen. Oh, what a hit! Butler drilled him, flag thrown. Thielen holds on to the ball. 25-yard catch. And he's down right now to the 37-yard line of the Indianapolis Colts.
I don't think they're going to give him that catch.
Let's see.
That ball comes out. Boy, he gets hit. He never sees this one coming as he tries to protect himself at the very end.
Oh, you're right, Rich. It did come out.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. We also have personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 20, contact on the defenseless player, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic 1st down. So wipes out a 25-yard reception, but because of the penalty, they'll move downfield.
And Thielen has no chance here, Kevin. He's just doing everything just to try and hold on to the football. Never really feels Darius Butler coming up in front of him.
He is up and walking around, which is a good sign.
It's a tough kid.
Jarius Wright will take the place of Thielen. He is a tough kid. He's from the area, from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Undrafted out of Minnesota State, the former Mankato State. 1st and 10.
What's the CT?
McKinnon in at the back. And Bradford underneath. Charles Johnson. He got by one tackler, T.J. Green. He picks up 11, hit by Morrison, the linebacker, with a couple tackles on this defensive side of the Colts on this Viking drive. He's down to the 36.
You need a sense of urgency now if you're the Vikings on offense. You didn't do your part in the first half. Bradford looks sharp, Kevin. They're having some success working underneath on these crossing routes.
120. 120.
5 in the secondary for the Colts. 1st and 10, McKinnon. Grabbed by Edwin Jackson and picks up a quick 5 down to the 31-yard line of Indianapolis. And on this drive, Johnson has caught a couple for 10 and 11. Patterson caught one and ran for 12. So you're right, the shorter pass is rich, although Thielen looked like he was going to have that before he was drilled. 2nd down and 5. Underneath they go again. Charles Johnson. And the open field tackle missed right there by Morris. And gaining 7 on the play. But Morris tripped him up just enough to bring him down. He's at the 24.
And again, the crossing routes starting to work and be effective underneath against this Colts defense. Charles Johnson has caught 3 of them already here in the second half.
7, 10, and 11 yards. Bradford on this drive, 5 of 5. 1st and 10. Look out from behind. It's a fumble on the play. It's loose, and Bradford has had 3 fumbles this season already. And looking like he's got the ball is Henry Anderson of the Colts.
Getting Robert Mathis healthy and back in the lineup, Kevin, is a huge boost for this Colts pass rush.
It's the 2nd turnover by the Vikings in Colts territory. Anderson with Mathis knocking it loose.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
I've played many games in freezing temperatures throughout my 15-year career. Like that 354-yard game in Chicago in January. You know how cold Chicago is in January? But that's just some of what I've done during this gear.
I got Jack his gear on NFLshop.com.
I've never been to Chicago.
The best place to get authentic NFL gear this holiday, NFLshop.com.
'Twas the Monday before Christmas in a quaint forest valley.
You want to keep breathing, you'll forget you ever saw this.
A gang of bad guys crashed the Scorpion winter finale. But what to their wondering eyes should appear but a team of geniuses who'd strike back without fear.
You're officially on the naughty list.
Merry Scorpion, this Monday.
You're now on the run. I want these folks gone.
I want to be able to say I got away from the best of the best.
You're never safe. They can find you.
It follows you down wherever you go.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
We're back after the fumble by the quarterback Bradford. From the 33, Colts take over first and 10, Gore. Hit by Greenway, picks up 2, gets to the 35-yard line. Let's go back to the fumble moments ago by the Vikings.
And left tackle Kevin has been a problem this season for the Minnesota Vikings, TJ Clemmings. And when he lunges with his hands and his hips go forward, he's usually in trouble. And Bradford just can't hold the ball, knowing that he's got a really good pass rusher back behind him in Robert Mathis, who for years has done a terrific job stripping the ball when he gets near the quarterback.
3 sacks for him and a hit right there. Meanwhile, LaRaven Clark is just checked out of the game, and a guy they called up just this past Thursday off the practice squad, Vujnovic, Jeremy Vujnovic, is in. 2nd down and 8. It's Gore. And he is hit by Kendrickson, picks up 3 on the play. But, Rich, what is interesting to me is that there has not been a single sack allowed by the offensive line with 3 rookie starters on the right side today. Only the Browns coming in had allowed more sacks than Indy.
Isn't that amazing, Kevin? You look at, they're bringing players up from the practice squad, and they're lining up and playing in front of Andrew Luck. We talked about all the changes. 34, now 35 different starting offensive line combinations in his 68 games as a starter for the Colts. And these guys right now are playing well.
Turbin in 3rd and 5. And across the middle, tight end is Doyle. The tackle is made by Sendejo. It's a pickup of 3 and shy of a first by 2. And a punt coming up for the Colts.
This drives me crazy as I watch it, Kevin. Why, you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't Doyle just climb a little bit higher and get 2 more yards of depth as he ran that crossing route? You got to make sure you get your depth on 3rd down.
Sherrills is back. Marcus Sherrills, 5 punt return touchdowns in his career, 2 this season. McAfee to punt.
The Vikings need to score on defense or in the kicking game. I said that about the Colts, Kevin. Now in the second half, you've got to go the other way. They've got to do something special because their offense right now is struggling.
Waving his arm, Sherrills falls at the 15-yard line. The hang time was 4.6. It was a 43-yard well-placed punt by McAfee, number 1 in average in the NFL. 8:01 the 3rd.
She's the reason the good times are great. And the reason the tough times are easier. Because she's your best friend and your true love. Presenting the Ever Us 2-Stone Diamond Collection. New rings, necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. 1 diamond for your best friend, 1 diamond for your true love. For the one woman who's both. Ever Us. Available at Kay, Jared, and Zales.
There's a reason we woke up early.
This Wednesday.
There's something they didn't tell us.
Wake up.
We're not supposed to be here.
To the truth.
Where's the ship really going?
Our little secret.
Passengers. Rated PG-13.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Nobody comes into this house without paying the price.
More people save by combining their home and auto with State Farm to help life go right.
Well, if you want to sing out, sing out. And if you want to be free, be free. 'Cause there's a million things to be, you know that there are. And if you want to be me, be me. And if you want to be you, be you. 'Cause there's a million things to do, you know that there are.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. The new 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Jeep free to be. And by State Farm. Talk to an agent today at 800-STATE-FARM.
Our Chuck Denton, who is from San Diego, went out on Lake Minnetonka yesterday. He shot all that, and he fished, and they didn't catch anything. But Gannon lives out that way.
Beautiful lake.
First down and 10 from the 15, Bradford, as the Colts don't cash in on the fumble. It's a first down throw. Patterson brought down by T.J. Green. Pickup of 11 on the play. Melvin there as well on the terrific Cordero Patterson, who makes the first down reception. McKinnon is the running back. Well, they get by the... Oh, it's picked off on the play by Kerr. Another turnover, the fourth today, and a flag has been thrown. Let's see what that does to this pick.
You get a low hit on the quarterback, I believe.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 96, low hit on the quarterback. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So wipes out the interception, another change of possession, and it gives the Vikings a nice move upfield on Henry Anderson.
He's just coming around the edge, and he goes low on Bradford. They'll call that every time. But Kevin, Bradford was looking to his left to kind of draw the rush. And this initially, when he comes back to try and throw the screen to McKinnon, he never feels nose tackle Zach Kerr.
24. McKinnon in, first and 10. Jarek McKinnon, the call, hit by Morrison. Driven down, 47-yard line, and a pickup of 6. Morrison makes the stop. Now, let's take a look at the Vikings today, down 27-zip. They will not be eliminated mathematically, Rich, if they go on to lose this game today, but they do relinquish complete control of their destiny. Second down and 4. Out to Rudolph, gets the first down. Adams hits him on the chalk and drives him out to the 46 on a pickup of 8 on the play. This is a look at 9 teams in the NFC with records of 7-6 or better.
Yeah, Kevin, this is December football, though. You know, you lose at home to a team like the Colts, and you kind of dig your own grave. This is a critical game for the Vikings at this point in the season.
Underneath, open is McKinnon. With the beat on him, and a tackle was Daryl Morris. And he picks up 8 on the short one underneath.
And in talking to Sam Bradford on Friday, he mentioned about going no huddle, this up-tempo, because the Colts have been without DeQuell Jackson now for a couple weeks. And they noticed last week they had a difficult time getting lined up without Jackson in there in the middle to direct traffic.
With a second down and 2 and going deep. And for Diggs, coverage by Morris.
It's going to be head on.
As we talked, 2 weeks before the scheduled start of their trial, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office was forging ahead, once again charging the brothers with the murder of Robert Carey, Old Man Bob.
How nervous are you about this? You know, of course you're going to be nervous. I mean, your lives are in other people's hands still.
For the past several months, Tommy and Ray's defense attorneys have been attending pretrial hearings, sending motions back and forth, as lawyers do, all the while hoping the DA would come to see it their way and simply drop the charges.
I was confident that it was a game of chicken because they had no evidence.
But with each legal step in the march toward trial, they were disappointed. The DA, it seemed perfectly clear, was very serious.
All rise.
Then, just a few days after our interview with the brothers, September 2013, everyone assembled in the courtroom. Assistant DA Reynolds had something to say.
Your Honor, at this time, based on consultation with Prosecutor Worthy, based on communications with the decedent's family, based on a recognition of what 26 years can do to the triability of a case, we would move to dismiss the case against the defendants at this point in time.
And that was it. Case dismissed. No new trial.
It's not often you get to give somebody their lives back. And that's what we did. We gave them their lives back. It was incredible. It was incredible.
But before they all left the courtroom, the prosecutor pointedly reserved the right to refile murder charges. if new evidence ever surfaces.
Are you going to allow this to hang over your head for the rest of your life?
Absolutely not. I mean, in the last year, we haven't allowed it to hang over our heads. We moved on. We've moved on in life, and we're going to continue to do that.
But Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy, who declined Dateline's request for an interview, took a parting shot at the brothers, issued a statement saying, quote, "Just as we did 26 years ago, we firmly believe in the evidence in this case. We have worked diligently to bring this case to trial. With the passage of time, it is an unfortunate reality that this case cannot be put back together, and we must dismiss it. Sadly, in this case, justice was not done." End quote. Really?
How are you
Said
doing?
the people who freed Tommy and Ray.
It was really disingenuous. It was not right.
Disingenuous is such a polite word. What does it really mean?
It means they were saving face.
It puts a stain on them that they don't deserve. They already have the stain of 25 years in prison for a crime they didn't commit. And then you have the prosecutor's office saying, yeah, right, kind of like, we still think they're guilty.
So what did Tommy and Ray Hires get for their 25 years in prison, for all the agony they've been through, damage to their reputations, the loss of the chance to have a normal life for all those years? What do they get out of that? What do they get in return?
They get nothing. Because Michigan doesn't have a wrongful conviction compensation statute. They walk out of prison with absolutely nothing.
Nothing, except, of course, everything, including the chance to celebrate with the people who helped free them. Mary, whose Facebook post started it all.
Could you ever imagine you would actually cause such a thing?
No, not in a million years. It's hard to get my head around it, It's just an awesome feeling.
Sure.
Kevin, who still shies away from taking credit.
I happen to be a lawyer. It doesn't really seem that extraordinary to me.
And John Helsher, who can finally put the past where it belongs, behind him.
It's like I told him, I said, I just wish I could have done something earlier. You wouldn't have had to sit there for so many years. And Tommy looked at me, gave me a hug, and he says, it's the way it was supposed to happen. It had to happen like this.
Yeah. They don't seem bitter at all.
Not when I met them, just glad they're home and they're out and they're free.
Free men who know none of it would have happened without family and friends, that dream team of lawyers and investigators, and of course, Facebook.
What would you like to say to those people who helped you along the way?
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for believing, understanding, and taking the time that most people don't do. It's like a dream come true for us because it's what we always been hoping for.
Somebody to help us. That's why we just want to live and move forward. We know it's gone, it's the past.
Move on.
Better days.
That's all for now. I'm Lester Holt. Thanks for joining us.
More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.
This Sunday, the Putin connection. How big a role did Russia's hacking play in the election? A lot, says Hillary Clinton.
We're also learning more every day about the unprecedented Russian plot to swing this election.
Not much, says Donald Trump.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's just another excuse. I don't believe it.
Hard to know, says President Obama.
Not much happens in Russia without Vladimir Putin.
I'll talk to Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta, in his first interview since the election, and to the former head of the CIA, Robert Gates. Plus, how the Democrats lost touch with white working-class voters.
We get portrayed as racist and rednecks, and that's not the case.
My trip to once blue West Virginia, now the reddest state in America. And North Carolina power grab. After a Democrat wins the governor's race, Republicans move to strip away much of his power before he takes office. All politics is partisan, but how much is too much?
Next thing you know, you'll say there's gambling in Casablanca. I mean, come on.
Joining me for insight and analysis are BBC World News America anchor Katty Kay, Jeff Greenfield, contributor for Politico magazine, Yamiche Alcindor of the New York Times, and CNBC's Rick Santelli. Welcome to Sunday it's Meet the Press.
From NBC News in Washington, this is Meet the Press with Chuck Todd.
Good Sunday morning. We have our first look at how the public is responding to Donald Trump as president-elect. Our brand new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll finds that 50% of those surveyed approve of the way Mr. Trump is handling his transition, 41% disapproving. This compares to President-elect Barack Obama's 71-14 disapprove of his transition. Those numbers were based on surveys in January of 2009. On the other hand, most Americans believe Mr. Trump will change the way things are done in government. And by a 2-to-1 margin, 41-20, they believe he will bring the right kind of change. 28% expect business as usual. On the subject of Russia, 31% say President-elect Trump has been too friendly with Russia's President Vladimir Putin. 24% say no, he's not, and he hasn't been too friendly with Putin. But at the same time, by a huge margin, 57-37, Americans do not believe that Russia's interference handed Donald Trump the presidency. On Friday, President Obama's news conference was dominated by questions about Russia. Mr. Obama avoided weighing in on what impact Russia's hacking had on the election, and he tried to explain why his public response to Russia's interference has been restrained.
I wanted to make sure that everybody understood we were playing this thing straight, that we weren't trying to advantage one side or another.
At what may have been his final news conference, President Obama